Leo's answer is here to the Steve. And another thing to mention about Onin as well, there's a lot of other higher seeded Steve players that are here at this tournament, but Onin is the only Steve player here in this top 8.
It's the only one. He said, I am the only one that needs to be the only one. I need y'all to understand that. Onin, MkLeo, game number 1, friends. Let's lock it in. Pokemon Stadium. Who's drawing blood first? It's definitely Onin. Okay, MkLeo doing a lot of jumping, a lot of empty jumping, and just jumping around here, trying to find the correct opening with Nair. Again, safe on shield. We usually see that as the prime approach option in some of these earlier percents. But one thing that I have to acknowledge from MkLeo's gameplay, from when they probably played last time at SmashCon together, his utilization of guns. I mean, he's always, you know, been very cognizant, very mindful of how that option works in the meta, but he's been leaning full on into it here as of late.
Yeah, and we've been even seeing Leo incorporate things like the footstool gun into his gameplay. Was able to showcase that against Gluttony. Was able to get the footstool gun onto the platform and get the drag down up air. So yeah, Leo really pushing this Joker, and Leo just showcasing, hey, I can play so many different characters at this tournament. And wow, still alive, 84%. Onin almost losing that stock real early.
This Joker gameplay looking like a Sakurai Presents right here. He is showcasing to the stream how every move in Joker's toolkit works. Same can certainly be said right here for Onin, though, has positional advantage. And again, already looking for the up tilt just in case you get a little jump happy. Trying to play multiple steps ahead of a character that moves as quick and as nimble as Leo. It's tough to do, but bringing NBA Street Volume 2 to a stream near you right there, off the backboard, down into the blast zone.
Yeah, Onin not ready for the tech there. Usually Steve players put that block there so they're able to tech it, but it does not matter too much. Onin gonna come through with the minecart and get the stock here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sirski. Okay, playing well out of shield.
Trying to catch the roll maybe off the scramble there. Onin taking a bit more chip damage, onesie-twosies. Ooh, okay,
yummy.
You mashing though.
That's right. Says a game of meter. I need mine built up too. You ain't the only one. Okay, he just hopped out the whip with it.
Ooh, what a beautiful wave land onto the onto the stage there. Able to get through the down smash. There's the up tilt backer to catch the roll here. Onin getting a bunch of damage and draining this Arsene meter.
Yeah, a lot of players have been good at handling MkLeo's meter manageability here. You know, I think you know, we also seen it yesterday too. I believe Mia versus Omega, just keeping Omega in disadvantage, not allowing him to land, and just more importantly, eating up that Arsene. Of course, Onin looking to do something similar right here to MkLeo. Oh yeah, did you just up smash my shield or forward smash my shield? Little off the mark. And Arsene is in town, ready to clown around.
Dang, catching on and mashing once more is Leo and getting the reward. The Arsene is back out to play.
That's right. Who you feeling like today, man? I need to know who you see when you look in the mirror, because it has to be a champion here. Okay, residual damage unlocked. Smart had to overshoot the ledge. Great setup right there on his behalf.
Dang, Leo now throwing out these counters like, hey, I'm really going to try and condition you here to not throw out some of these iron options, but there is the forward throw. A little too much counter happy coming out from MkLeo on and being like, hey, I'm a SmashCon champion. I can hit the adaptation button,
I can hit the adaptation. Yeah, a little bit too much dip on his chip right there. No, MkLeo was doing a lot of that. Day number 1. What the? Wait.
Going up and over here, not going to get caught by the up tilt. Up tilt backer could have been it for Leo. Goes for another counter. Man, really doubling down on this counter. There's the forward air to punish the forward smash here.
Okay.
Right in the minecart, off the backboard.
Okay, yeah, I mean, ghost ride the whip, bro. That's what they say in the Bay. Okay, just trying to play around the blocks right now. Air dodges through. That F smash covering a lot of space. It has to be a character length and a half away from, you know, the actual body that is Enderman. Okay, we're leaning into the gun.
Wait, the block! Yo, the disappearing act! Not the disappearing act!
And the thumbs up, let everybody know it's A-okay.
That's the GOAT right there, remember that.
Go. Okay, but here's the thing, though. I ain't trying to take anything away from Onin, because this is a young player right here of just pure resiliency, and also a player that knows how to learn on the fly as things go on. Okay, very, very intelligent player. I'd imagine there's a lot of data, a lot of numbers to be crunched on the fly from that first game. Not a lot of players in the world crunch them as well as Onin does.
Yeah, and the thing is, Steve does get a lot off of grab at these lower percents, can combo, especially from the down throw into a jab chain or forward tilt chain here. So we'll see how this counteracts are going here just from the counterplay in general.
Oh, no doubt about that, man. And so, yeah, these two juggernauts, I mean, they just know what it takes to really tough. So obviously playing at SmashCon, you know, just a year or so ago, but then also playing on the winner's side, you know, earlier yesterday. So, I mean, these two right now have a lot of data here on each other. I want to see who's going to apply that knowledge thoroughly. As it stands right now, MkLeo.
Dang, that TNT hiding, man. You see it right there? Yeah,
it is, bro. What the Crash Bandicoot is that?
Not the Genjutsu, bro.
Right. Whoa. Okay, I got a disappearing act for you right here. Just trying to eliminate this stock. I love when Onin decides to just switch up the flow. I'm not going to the ledge. I'm actually going to just overshoot the ledge, go back towards center stage. I'm flying at a trajectory quick enough to where you won't be able to come get me.
Oh.
Now, wait a minute. I thought he'd be able to eat that.
Yeah, not holding the counter, the Rebels guard, long enough. That one of the unique things about Rebels guard is you can hold it for a pretty long time there and then release it. Leo probably just hitting that release a little too early. Or maybe there's a multiplier. I'm not too sure. But nonetheless, it is Onin going to take that first stock and take this lead. Diamond and gold already on deck in the inventory.
Yeah, hey, Enderman is blinged out right now, okay? Blinged out. Boy, looking real shiny right here. Okay. Okay, going to shield it, but doesn't want to go for the immediate follow-up afterwards, knowing that a parry was probably on the horizon. Oh no.
Craft the diamond, charge it up. And just like that, it's 3 stocks to 1 here. Onin firing back on all cylinders here in game number 2.
Let him know. He said diamonds are forever.
Well, I mean, they're not forever in terms of like the stock count, right? But you do get to hold on to the diamond stock per stock. Now, Leo is able to take the diamond out here on that first stock, but Onin had the backup one.
He most certainly did. Again, that's just the manageability of those resources that we kind of talked about coming into this match.
Right.
Again, this match kind of going in a different direction than what we've seen in game number 2. In the car right now, Mash is out immediately, and despite being in the deficit, just leaning into the gunplay. Nothing entirely wrong with that. Slow and steady might actually win this race, but as slow as you play, you allow Onin to disengage and get his toolkit set up, as you see right now, coming through with down air.
Yeah, using these nairs as well to break through these blocks, but Onin so good with these anvil placements and just doing a great job here holding on to this lead. Oh, but there's the minecart call out, and again, no, just gonna hop out immediately. And I gotta say, Onin doing a great job of just utilizing parry here in the first 2 stocks has gotten Onin so much damage.
Yeah, no doubt about that. I mean, Leo, MkLeo Nair, I mean, as great of a move as it is, it's like some of the bigger, nairs are really safe on shield. You know when they're coming. And also more importantly, there are some very specific and key situations where these options are going to come out in Joker's kit. I mean, and if you have been playing against Jokers of this caliber for so many years, then you already know what the deal is. And he said, ain't no deal for you right here at the end of this game. We're moving into another one. I need a 1 next to my name, bro.
Yeah, and the diamond forward smash, one of the strongest forward smashes in the game here. That was across the stage there, coast to coast for that stock. Onin firing back, and it is looking like we got a set here. I definitely want this to go the distance. All of these games, all of these matches here at Level Up Expo, just so exciting to see.
100%, man. Again, Onin holding it down for the entire Midwest. Whether they like to admit it or not, as somebody as a Midwesterner, I can't help but to, smile when I see Onin do well, because there's not as many Midwest representatives in this current state of Ultimate as we see in maybe, earlier Ultimate held as even previous Smash titles. So
Michigan, I believe, right?
Yeah, Michigan. Yep, Michigan to be exact. So big shout, of course, to Onin. MkLeo right now trying to do away with the Michigan monster. Let's see how it goes right here in game number 3. At the ledge, TNT, get that out of here. I ain't afraid. I ain't
through
scared
the
of
smoke was Leo, though, with that dash attack, the kick.
Right. Okay. Traded some anvil for some knife play.
Leo slowing things down, shooting the gun here, and just going ahead, poking away with the back airs. And we got a lot of materials already used up here for Onin. Oh, not going to pick that up. Falls out of the forward air. But again, since there's not a lot of materials, Steve just going to be forced to scrap here or be a little bit more conservative with these materials. But Leo still keeping the pressure on with Big Brother Arsene.
It's tough, man. Of course, you want to play the long game with Cart when you don't have your tools in line. But it's almost just as dangerous, I think, versus MkLeo, because he can kind of capture you up there in that top left or right corner. But all that to say, it is Onin who takes the first stock, draws blood first. And it's looking really good here.
Yeah, that forward smash very close to connecting here. Leo just a tad bit off the mark with that up smash earlier on shield. Onin with the optimal punish, just going for the drop shield into the forward smash.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, get smacked up. Smacked.
The sword, the pickaxe, he's bringing out the whole arsenal, man.
Facts, man.
Bring the anvil too, why not?
Home Depot, hate to see Enderman coming. I hate to see this guy coming, man. He's going to buy the whole store out.
Yeah, Steve, sponsored by Home Depot?
Right, Home Depot and Lowe's. Okay, oh my goodness, and lowering that stock count right there. 2 stocks apiece between these 2 here.
Ooh, okay.
And yeah, I got the conversions on lock.
Man, and
okay, Tomahawk though.
The diamond is online here for Onin. The powerful upgrade, if you will, here for Steve. Going up and over. There's the Rebels guard. Oh, tries to get the multi-hit there with the up smash. Going to get the shield out just in time here for Leo.
Yes, learned his lesson that time. You know, just because you're on that top platform doesn't mean you're safe, and just because you're standing next to me doesn't mean you're any more safe either.
Oh my goodness, how did you avoid that?
Yeah, the Matrix.
Impeccable timing. Oh man, but you can't avoid the diamond pickaxe. You gotta avoid the anvil, the minecart. You jump over the minecart. Well, this diamond bear is waiting for you.
It's most certainly waiting for you every dang time. Uh-oh, footstool with the guns.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, some cheeky stuff right here in the
we
corner.
Got the tech? What's up?
Yeah, seriously. Okay, and again, just leaning back into the gunplay. Of course, into the side special as well, too, for MkLeo. Not want to approach too aggressive. Wants to make sure I manage not only my percent, but my percent in conjunction with that meter. I want to make sure I have enough life to live just in case I need Arsene again.
Yeah, and I mean, we saw the counters paying dividends here for Leo in that game. Number one, the drag down, the regrab, hold up. Oh, the block actually cutting Leo's path towards him. And just going to go for the side switch here. That is going to re-give the intangibility and the up smash out of shield. That is still a lot of meter here for MkLeo.
I love that false sense of security that backer gave off in the corner. You probably thought it was your turn to attack, you know what I'm saying, going for a short hop fair, and was able just to kind of anti-air him out of existence.
Ooh, getting out of the cart just in time. Now, Arsene not here, but a Rebels guard could bring Arsene back into the mix here. I think Onin has been doing a really good job of baiting out some of these counters, and the materials are back online for Onin, about half the inventory filled up.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Nice, going to go for one hit on back air. Gets the trump, no nair. Great delay on the recovery from Onin.
Back air very close to connecting here. Leo holding the center stage. Not going to get the punish. Maybe thought the cross-up was coming through on the shield here.
Okay, and then try to nickel and dime. Tried to nickel and dime with that standing jab. And unfortunately, after that spot dodge, everything went south for MkLeo. Tournament life on the line. On and up 2 games to MkLeo's 1. We got to see some adjustments from the GOAT, and we got to see him fast because Onin is playing out of this world.
Yeah, Onin just completely breaking up the momentum, and again, just knowing when and where these counters can get maximum value here from MkLeo.
Yeah.
Onin showing that adaptation is on deck here for Level Up Expo.
That's right.
And
sentient. I'm beginning to believe in myself. All right, I'm crunching
out
the
with
numbers.
the Joker. Okay.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, even that last sequence too, Onin doing an incredible job of avoiding the down gun. I think Leo really wanted to get a reversal situation, but Onin actually backing up, utilizing that center platform of Hollow Bastion to kind of shield himself away from the gunshots, and was able to get the whiff punish with the backer while catching Leo drifting backwards.
And it's almost like the dichotomy of like characters that do okay versus Steve. It's like, do I want a character like Cloud that can just like swing through the blocks, you know, and force him to think on where he's going to set him up? Or do I want a character like a Sonic, like a Joker, you know, who can like just jump in and around my block setups with some relative ease? And then at times also having moves that go through the blocks to stop me. Uh-oh.
Ooh, try to get the double dare. Okay, but immediately with the tech. Onin, incredible defense right there. If you don't hit that tech, that forward smash does connect.
It does. It most certainly does.
Okay, the diamond already on deck. We'll see if Onin actually saves it for the second stock. He has already crafted the gold here. No way. Untechable.
Jeez, man.
Wow, what a crazy setup, actually utilizing the back air there and utilizing the blocks, not only for the defense, but for the offense as well, Rod. Onin playing on point right now.
Onin is definitely firing off on all cylinders, and MkLeo just kind of hard-pressed to stop him. But we got to see here what the adjustments are going to be here. And Fast going to go for another footstool gun. Couldn't even get the first hit fair into something. That is kind of the bread and butter of some of MkLeo's, you know, steadier approach options. There it is. Oh, no, up smash.
Sorry, don't work on me.
Okay,
maybe Steve just a little bit off here. The pickaxe not available. Got to bring out the hands.
And Fast, oh my God, just eating away at that meter. We got to see a play here and quick. On his manageability right here of just the stage is looking really good. Not enough to get the stock taken. Anvil on the way down. Oh, up tilt. That's right. I got knife tricks, bro.
Not bad for Onin, though. Now Onin does have the diamond on deck. Mission complete. Just get the diamond on the first stock. It was looking a little high. Didn't even want to craft it for the fair or bear access here. And wow, already doing a ton of damage. And that Arsene meter, I don't know if Leo's going to get a second one.
No.
Kind
of spoken into existence right there. Was able to press down special just at the nick of time. Something he's kind of struggled with throughout the majority of this match. Again, just with how well Onin's been placing up smash. Not expecting something long-lasting, so you don't hold down B as much, but Arsene's here, and he's just building up a wall. Oh, get off me, man.
Woo,
the block is hot. Yeah, get blocked, bro.
That's a good move, huh?
Yeah, seriously.
There's the dash attack, no tech here. Onin probably doesn't even want to tech that situation just to get out against Joker, so you can line up the minecart, the classic option here for Steve. The reversal option with that packs a punch.
Oh, my God. Arson is almost here again. Oh, my goodness. Oh, no.
The charge, and that was crazy because the pickaxe broke right then and there, and Onin was like, well, I still got the sword, though.
Yeah,
I still got the sword, though.
Wow-wee. Now, that is how you close out a match right there.
Great stuff, Onin.
Yes, great stuff indeed. Wow.
Yeah, and again, Leo really had a ton of momentum in the losers bracket, so defeating Leo with all that momentum, not a lot of players can say that they have that on their list of accomplishments, but Onin going to continue to put MkLeo on the list of players I've beat multiple times, so great stuff to Onin moving on and just continuing throughout this losers bracket.
No doubt about that. If I'm not mistaken, that was the double elimination, so
yep,
rest assured, Onin definitely had Leo's number here this weekend, but a valiant effort to MkLeo nonetheless. Obviously, a very difficult thing to do to, perform as consistent as both Leo and Onin do, on a stage like this, but somebody has to go home a winner, somebody has to go home a loser. So great stuff to Onin, holding it down for the Midwest, like I said before, the Michigan machine that is this Enderman extraordinaire. Great stuff to see.
Yeah, and I love the adaptation we saw from both players. We saw the Rebel Guard play a huge role within that set, and Onin definitely taking the countermeasures and getting really hard punches.